My friends, you're in for a treat today. This is Need for Speed 2015, as you can probably tell, and if you're using the highest quality option on YouTube, you will see that it's 1080p 60 FPS. Well, I'm actually telling a little bit of a lie there. This was captured at 1440p 60 FPS, but it was downscaled to 1080p through my video editor because it just, long story short, Vegas doesn't want to do 1440p, but it looks awesome either way. Now, just to be clear, people are wondering, why are you recording 60 FPS? Why did you record at a million bajillion? Because the game is actually unlocked. You can record, or play, should I say, at a million bajillion FPS. Whatever your PC is capable of, you can run it at that. But we all chose to run at 60 FPS because honestly that's like the best way to show you, and on YouTube there's not much point in recording higher than 60. But you get the idea. This thing is maxed out 1440p, 1080p, 60 FPS, and it looks glorious. Within playing this game, I was ridiculously glad that they delayed the game to get it to run at 60 FPS. I'm not usually one for going, oh, I'll wait for the PC version, or I'll get it on PC because it's 60 FPS, because normally, honestly, it doesn't really matter. You should play on the platform that your friends most play on. But after playing this, I'm probably going to tell my friends to get their PC sorted so they can play Need for Speed on the PC, because the fluidity, like, I love the action camera. A lot of you know I love the action camera. So it's really, really fluid, even at 30 frames a second. When you take the action camera, put it to 60 FPS at 1440p goodness, with the input just so perfect because of wired controllers, it's absolutely beautiful. And now, how could I not take my R34 in this as well? I've got some kind of a mix of cars in this video. I've got my R34, I've got an Aventador, which I actually haven't built yet on Need for Speed 2015, which I probably will do on the PC version, because after trying it at 60 FPS, wait till a little bit later on. You thought it looks quick earlier, wait a little bit later on, and that Aventador is absolutely rapid. I had to show this clip because look at me. I just did a sick corner, mate. And then I kind of like hit the wall, but it's fine. I got the points anyway. And then I crashed out because I'm me. Anyway, more on the PC. Look at the fluidity and look how quick it is. I could not believe how quick this felt when I first started this event. I absolutely love this event. It's one of my favorite events because it's just, it can either go really, really well or really, really bad. And there's no in-between, really. Playing this event with the action camera at 60 frames a second was honestly just a new experience. Playing the whole game was a new experience. Everything felt like a new experience. Another addition to the game is wheel support. So this was one of the most interesting things I wanted to find out, because as you can imagine, Need for Speed using 60 FPS, 1440p, and then we're using a wheel with manual. It's just a completely new experience, a new way to play Need for Speed. So it was a little bit confusing at first. My brain couldn't wrap around what was going on because it felt quite a bit different, because obviously I'm using a wheel now. Wheels give you so much more control in racing games, as you can imagine, which means usually there's some kind of settings tweaked behind the scenes to make a wheel make more sense, because as Need for Speed sounds, how you're using it with a controller, you can't think of how it would work with a wheel. That's because with most games, as I said, they disable stuff behind the scene, or they enable stuff behind the scene to make it work better with a wheel. And they've done a cracking job with it. Now, as I said, I was doing quite badly with the wheel here because this was my first go at it. I think I was on 360 degrees or 270. I can't remember exactly what it was, but you can go all the way to 1080 if your wheel supports it and you really want to do that. But again, it's completely new, and it takes a while to adjust to. Drift kind of spec cars or drift built cars are the best cars to go with the wheel with. Having a little bit more of a slide there definitely helps have, you know, a more fluid experience. Though I've got to say, getting the right tune on a circuit car, I think is going to be freaking awesome, and I can't wait to try the hot rods with the wheel as well, because as you know, those things handle absolutely ridiculous. So one thing I think I noticed, I'm not exactly sure if it's 100% true or not, but it seems that the auto steer that you get with the controller, now normally when you kind of do a drift, it kind of changes the wheels a little bit. With this, it doesn't seem to do that as much. Like, it doesn't automatically control the car at points where it would normally with a controller, or I think it did with the controller. And if it does have it, it's much less present with a wheel. But overall, it's definitely something that you're really going to want to try if you've got a wheel. Like, it's a completely different experience, and I'm definitely going to make use of it myself. Now, I've got a little clip here with the Civic because I wanted to show you, again, some just fluidity of the action camera. I love the action camera. I absolutely love it, and more so at 60 frames a second. And I also love the Civic. I just wanted to show the Civic, alright? Am I not allowed to show the Civic? No. Alright, well, I've done it, so there's nothing you can... I love the Civic. It's beautiful, and it sways, and then it hit a pole. So there's that. Now, I wanted to show a little bit of customization because this is the first thing I saw, obviously, when I started to go on the PC version. And, well, it's not. I saw the loading screen and stuff at 60 FPS, but... Well, that was actually like a million FPS. But anyway, this is the 60 FPS configuration of the cars. I just wanted to show you because, obviously, you're going to want to see this. You're going to want to see me going around the car and customizing it. And at 60 frames, and I think I did a pretty good job with this build. I think most people will approve of this. And then throwing on the upgrades, as you can imagine, fully maxing it out where possible. I couldn't in some areas because I hadn't done the missions, Amy's missions, that sort of thing, so I was a little bit annoying, but I think I made a pretty sick car. It was so much more fluid running at 60 frames a second, just designing your cars, and I don't know, it's just something a little bit different. Anyway, now because it's on PC, and we know on PC the main input is keyboard and mouse, I'm the type of person that likes to have the knowledge that the actual, you know, the base input of something is usable in that game. Like on a console, it's got to be, a controller's got to work. Don't tell me, oh, it's better with a wheel. It's got to work with a controller. No excuses. Now, keyboard is a little more, you know, it doesn't matter as much. But I wanted to give it a go anyway, just to see what it's like. Because, you know, when you're lazy, you just can't be able to reach your controller. You want to use the keyboard and mouse. So I set it up and I used a manual on a keyboard and mouse. And it was freaking suicide. But good suicide. Good suicide? Can I say that? No, I can't say that. There's no such thing as good suicide. But it was fun, is what I was trying to say. Let's be clear, it's very freaking difficult. Now, as you can imagine, using a manual on a keyboard and mouse, pressing NOS and using the handbrake and everything on a keyboard, it's just, it blows your brain up. Your brain is like, what do you do? Why? Do you use a controller? But it's possible. It is definitely possible, and it's definitely possible to actually do pretty well in events. I came third at one point. To be fair, 2 other people were also on keyboard and mouse, and then the rest of them were obviously AI, and the other people also used controllers as well at some points as well. But I actually managed to get third, so I was actually quite happy about that. It is completely possible to play... Kill. I don't know what happened there, but somebody's invented I went flying. It is definitely possible to do it. Would I recommend it? I mean, you can give it a go. As I said, it's kind of like if you're lazy and you can't be able to reach a controller, you just want to do one race and, you know, you get your daily objectives and then quit the game before you go to school or something like that without pulling in controllering and setting everything like a wheel up or something like that. It's completely possible. And another good thing I found when actually playing the PC version, it's simple enough to switch between using the keyboard, controller, and wheel. You just literally press a button on the thing and it switches to whatever you're wanting. But anyway, that, my friends, is the PC version E2 2015. If you did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like, share this video around, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
What's this guy then?
You're just drifting around that building.
Yeah. All the time. Ah! Whoa, really close. Oh, truck.
Nope.
Oh, oh my god.
Nope.